Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video. There's 2 game weeks left in the Premier League, and you know what time it is now. It's game week 37 Premier League predictions, and let's get it underway with Spurs versus Brentford. Of course, Ivan Toney is out for so long due to the ban. I think he's out till January. I think it's yeah, he's out till January, the 17th of January. Betting, and I'm getting in trouble. I think it should be longer, but we'll move on for that because we don't have to talk about that. We got Spurs versus Brentford. Spurs are kind of bottle jobs. Brentford are safe mid-table. I don't really know where they're going to finish this season. I don't know how far they can go up or if they can go down. I don't know if they're like in a place where they're not going to move or they're only going to move like one space. But who do I think is going to win this game? I think Spurs will have too much for Brentford. I think Spurs are going to win this game and 2-1 with a Harry Kane double. I think the Harry Kane will score twice and they'll win 2-1. So I think the first game of the game week will end 2-1 to Spurs. Never back the early kickoff, as I say. So, Brentford are probably going to win that after I said that. The next game we got is Bournemouth versus Manchester United. In this game, Man United battling for top four. Bournemouth safe from relegation. They're safe. They're staying in the Premier League. I think Man United will win this game. They'll have too much for them, and they're still battling for top four. They'll win this game. I'm going to say 3-1 to Man United, and I think they'll have way too much for Bournemouth. The next game of the game week we got is actually Fulham versus Crystal Palace. This game could go either way. Two teams mid-table that aren't really going. They're both mid-table teams. Both had a good season this season. Good season this season. But I do think I'm feeling that this game will end in a 1-1 draw. I think it's going to be a draw. I think it's going to be one of those 1-1 draws between two teams that are mid-table, and that's how the game will end. Next up, we've got Liverpool and Aston Villa. Aston Villa, of course, on a massive winning streak. I can't remember if they lost, but it doesn't matter if they have lost and not on the winning streak because they're in great form against a Liverpool side who've won 6 in a row, who are on great form. Who do I think is going to win this match? I think Liverpool have too much for them, and they're still battling for top four. Villa are battling, of course, to stay and get into the Europa League. I don't know how close they are to that. I don't know if they'll drop down the conference, but I do think Liverpool will have too much for Aston Villa in this game, and they'll win this game. I don't think they'll have like a lot for them. I don't think it's going to be a bad performance. So I think it's going to be a close game. It's going to end 2-1 to Liverpool. Next game of the game week we got is the Wolves versus Everton. Everton fighting relegation. Wolves at home, who since playing Leeds United haven't conceded a goal and haven't lost a game at home. So I think they'll continue that streak and win this game comfortably 2-0. Because yeah, like I think it's 4 games in a row now they haven't conceded a goal and they've won all of them. So that's good for them. The next game we've got is Forest, who are battling relegation versus Arsenal. The title's over. Well, it's not on mathematically they can still win the league, but that's not going to happen. But they're going to have way too much for Forest, and they're going to bounce back from a poor performance against Brighton. They'll win this game. I'm going to say 4-0. I think they're going to give them a hammering. Especially after what happened last week. The next game we got is of course Brighton as well. We got Brighton versus relegated Southampton. Southampton, maybe they could show some fight. I don't know, but since like they're already relegated, they might as well just go for it and go for it. And I think that might be what they do, and they might lose this game 4-0. I'm going to say 4-0 to Brighton. I think they'll have way too much for Southampton. They're already relegated. Southampton will just be going for it because why not? There's nothing going to happen if they do or don't. They're just going to go for it, and they'll just end up losing 4-0 because Brighton will get in behind a lot of times. Next game we got is Manchester City versus Chelsea. Man City could win the league against Chelsea at home, and I think that's exactly what could happen. I think I think that will happen, honestly, because I do think Man City will win this game 3-0, and I think Man City will win the league against Chelsea. Next game of the game we've got is Newcastle versus Leicester. Of course, last week, Newcastle drew Leeds 2-2 in a pretty good game, in a back and forth game. I think this week, Newcastle, especially at home, they're better at home, of course. Their atmosphere will take them over the line, and they'll beat Leicester because I don't think Leicester's defense is that good at all, and I think they'll get just caught out in behind a lot of the times, and it'll be a 3-0 win to Newcastle United. The next game of the game week we got is actually Brighton, who have a double game week, of course, against Manchester City, and I still think Man City will have too much for Brighton in this match, and I think they've already won the league at this point, and they'll win this game. I think 3-1. I'll go with a 3-1 scoreline. I think they will concede to Brighton. It'll be like a Solly March goal. Oh, actually, he's injured, isn't he? I'm pretty sure he's injured. Is he injured? Yeah, he is injured. I don't know if he's back. I think he's injured. But it'll be a goal from someone. I don't know who. Yeah, whoever it is, Brighton will score, but Man City will win this game 3-1. And the final game of the game week is another double game week for another two teams, Man United versus Chelsea. Man United at home. Chelsea have been that poor this season. Frank Lampard is the worst manager in Premier League history. And Man United will win this game 3-1, I think. Because I still think Chelsea might score like a fluky goal, that's what I'm saying. So I think it'll end 3-1. If you like the video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know in the comment section down below what your predictions are. And I'll catch you in the next one. Peace!